Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead reading. Before I start your reading, first of all, just to warn you, you can see a little tail wagging there. I have another doggy here today. This is my son's and daughter-in-law's dog. We don't have grandbabies yet, we just have their dogs. But they're just totally kicked off, her and Bella, in Libra's reading. So I do hope they're going to behave themselves for you, Scorpio. Anyway, let's get on with your reading. Oh, interesting how they just came out, all cock-handed, but... oh, look at that. We have the nurture card, which is very Empress energy. Are you sitting very abundant, very in your, I want to say in your power, but she doesn't come across like that to me. The Empress is very like giving and loving and nurturing, and she just, things come to her, you know, because she just has that lovely flow about her. It can also mean that you're actually feeling pretty good about yourself, which I do love that. And then we have rebuild. Now, this is the Tower moment. This is about rebuilding foundations that perhaps have crumbled a little bit to get bigger and stronger. And now nurturing is, you're kind of allowing that to happen. I love this, Scorpio. We are using the Bee Tarot again this week because I just absolutely love it, and it's very inspirational for this time of year. So, dear Spirit Guides and Angels, please join me in this reading for Scorpio and make it helpful, hopeful and healing. And please do not allow the dogs to bark. Had to ask that. In fact, I might just let Mango out now before she starts. Thank you. Right. Are you going out, Mango? Out you go then. Good girl. Right. Okay, let's get on with your reading. Sorry about that. So the focus is there. I haven't turned it over yet. Ooh, interesting. Never done that before. Your opportunity is the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. Queen of Pentacles is your challenge. Queen of Pentacles came up loads, especially for Libra. The Sun, and that also came up for Libra, is your what's coming in. And guess what also came up for Libra? The Queen of Swords. Interesting. Let's see what your focus is, because I haven't turned it over. The Ace of Pentacles. Love that. This is getting back to basics. Look how they're just cutting bread there. Ace of Pentacles, like new beginnings, rebuild. Yes, get back to the groundedness of your life, if you like. Go back to basics. Get into your root chakra. It can also mean, you know, looking at how you can improve your finances, but in a very grounded manner. You have the Princess of Swords as your opportunity. Now, the Princess of Swords is an opportunity. Swords are there's the mental suits about thoughts, logic, the way we perceive things, ideas. The Princess of Swords brings in messages. All pages bring in messages, but it's also about research. They look at things. They're all about reading the books about it, or they're looking at words, letters, emails, something to do with that as an opportunity for you to do that. Find out some more information, if you like, which ultimately results in this kind of ta-da moment, gives you more mental clarity on what your focus should be. The Queen of Pentacles is your challenge. Now, the Queen of Pentacles as a challenge is somebody who's quite mithery with the money. Can be somebody not particularly fair with the resources either. Or it can be you just feeling a bit of lack, a lack of finances, a lack of time and energy. The Sun is what you don't see coming. Oh my gosh, beautiful. It's the biggest yes card in the deck, the most positive card in the deck. Something which shines a light on the whole reading now. And then we have the Queen of Swords as your advice and outcome. And it's saying cut something or somebody out. Be assertive, be firm but fair. There's no need to be emotional about it either. Interesting. Let's have a look. Why do we have the Ace of Pentacles here, which I absolutely love? It's just bread and honey on that plate and they're really happy. Aces are new beginnings, which are lovely. It's like with that nurturing card and rebuilding something. Let's have a look. Oh, I love that with the 8 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Now the 8 of Pentacles is independent working. For some of you, there could be an opportunity for you to actually think about starting your own business, doing a side hustle. This is also about making sure that you're not distracted. You take yourself off somewhere, and he's working really hard to achieve his goals. But it's a good card. Look at the blue skies. It's because they know what the outcome is if they put their nose to the grindstone. So there's something here that you're rebuilding, perhaps. There's a sense of feeling of renewal here. You've got the 3 of Pentacles. This is you consulting other people who really know what they're talking about. Again, to do with, it could be you're building a team to help you in this independent working. You know, you might have a side hustle and you run a team. It could be that. It's also the card of just make sure that if you do get independent advice from people, that you go to those that really know their trade. And then you've got the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man is about putting a different perspective on something, and I think that's what you're doing. That's why you're rebuilding and nurturing next week, because you're able to take a step back and look at it from maybe their point of view, or put yourself in their shoes, or just do a 180, complete 180 on something. You know, think, oh, you know what, why am I working for this person when I can do it myself? I'm quite capable of that. Turn it on its head. Princess of Swords urging you to go and do some research. Let's have a look. Why are you here, please and thank you? You could be getting a letter. You might read something online and think, oh, I can do that. That's for me, that is. Yeah, 4 of Cups. I'm just going to take that one because that's the one I was trying to get out without flicking all the others over. Page of Pentacles. Lots of pentacles, lots of money. Lots of financial aspect, I should say, to this. You, Scorpio. And one more. 9 of Swords. Well, there's an opportunity for you to face your fears also. Whatever's keeping you up at sleeping at night next week, or what has been, there's an opportunity for you to actually do something about it. You know, maybe you've ummed and ahed over this scenario for a long time, and now it's like, well, what's the point in just sitting here umming and ahhing over it? Let's do something about it. Your Queen of Swords will do that for sure. The 4 of Cups. This tells me that maybe you've been in a bit of a rut. Nothing's really grown around you. It's been a bit like, you know, tumbleweed. You're sitting there like, oh my gosh, same thing, day in, day out. Nothing changes. But there's an opportunity coming in here for that to change, look. And what I'll say to that is it's not going to be landing on your lap. You know, we can't just sit here and go, oh, you know, that 4 of Cups came up, that means it's going to change. You do have to change your way of thinking, the Hanged Man. Change something in order for this to come in for you. It's that old saying, is you can't expect anything to change if you do the same thing over and over again, or something like that. You've got the Page of Pentacles. Maybe you are going to be getting some sort of research, some sort of letter about you doing a course, some sort of opportunity for you to learn something new, because that's what the Page of Pentacles does. Look at him focused on his task in hand. He's also taken the most practical steps in order to start that process, if you like. The Queen of Pentacles is your challenge. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure if I can afford this. You know, because you've got to be practical, haven't you? You know, it's all very well me saying, oh, start on your own, do this, do that. But yeah, you've got to be practical. I don't know what's wrong with these cards. I think it's me, actually. My energy has not been good. I've not been very well during the week. So I'm on the mend. And so, yeah, I feel a little bit all over the place. And I think the cards, when I shuffle, are all over the place. Queen of Pentacles, why are you here as a challenge? some sort of financial, you know, is there enough money to go round kind of energy to this. Or you could be dealing with a very awkward Capricorn, Virgo, or Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. If I don't say them in order, I can't remember them. So, Queen of Pentacles, why are you here, please? And thank you for Scorpio. We've got the card of Leo. Strength. There's a lack of belief here. Lack of confidence. 5 of Cups. Okay. Something's gone on in the past that's left you quite disappointed and upset. Maybe it is this Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, maybe you've lost a mum or a parent or somebody of a maturer nature that has some sort of bearing on this. The advice of this card is always to say, look, yes, you know, again, don't sit in that energy. Try not to sit in that energy. They wouldn't want you sitting in that energy. Look at what is behind you. Look, the cups are still stood quite strong there. They fell over. Yes, maybe, you know, there's like the liquid has run out of them. But if you turn around, you can see, rather than what you haven't got, what you have got. And that does require strength, and that actually requires inner strength, which I think you are doubting yourself about at the moment. The Ace of Wands, I feel like, yeah, you've got this spark of inspiration, but for some reason, maybe that 5 of Cups is just keeping you without that oomph, without that vigor, if you like. You've got the 5 of Wands. Now, again, I do feel like for something, there's some sort of competitive nature here that you are worried about. I don't know if you're comparing yourself to something or somebody too, but comparison is the thief of joy, as our circle leader always tells us. Shout out to Nicola there. The Sun, oh my gosh, why are you coming? Knight of Pentacles, love that. Slow and steady wins the race with the Knight of Pentacles. 6 of Cups, nostalgia again. And the 10 of Swords. So you can see the sun in the horizon there rising for this 10 of Swords. This is the end of very stressful times for you. This is like, you know, maybe in the past you felt like, gosh, stick a pin in me, I'm done. But this is you rising again. Because after a 10 is a 1. Because in numerology, 10 is a 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. So it's the end of stressful times. It's looking like the end of nostalgia too. This is looking back to your childhood memories, perhaps. Which, to be fair, I mean, with the Sun card, they were probably all really good. It's looking like that. But it's kind of like saying, yes, you can look back. Maybe you've been looking at photographs, or maybe something's just, you know, sparked it. Just brings it up again next week for you. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who's very reliable for the long run. Not particularly, you know, they're not particularly, spontaneous. The exact opposite. They don't like spontaneity. They like to be planned. They like to be methodical. But they're also very, what do I want to say, ambitious. So there's some sort of ambitious side to this for you, Scorpio, and you need to look on the positive side of it too. Now, the Queen of Swords is your advice. It's like, yeah, cut out things that aren't serving you, people that aren't serving you. Don't waste your time on those that don't give it back to you. And one more, please, and thank you for Scorpio. Love that. So you have the Ace of Cups. This is like a renewal of your heart. This is like very emotional side to you, but it feels refreshed. You've got the Two of Cups. This is getting in touch with your soul, or this is looking at people that are on the same page as you and maybe investing your time and energy with them rather than everybody else, because these are supportive people. There's no hierarchy here. They're both at the same level. They both love the same things and want the same things out of life. Then you've got the Eight of Cups. Talk about the Eight of Cups with that Queen of Swords. Yes, cut out those things that don't serve you. Easy said than done, I know. Cups are the matters of the heart. Who's not, what's not ticking your box? Is it your job? Is it your relationship? Is it a friendship? They're asking you to reflect and look at that next week. Now, we're going to do the angel number oracle by the Pulp Girls and just see what else Scorpio needs to know. What's the angel number for you to look out? Now, you might see this on a car registration plate or your receipt when you're shopping. It might just catch your eye in a book or on a post or something. Let's have a look. What number is there here for Scorpio to finish this reading? Please and thank you. Oh my gosh. We've got 1010, faith. Have faith. That's all I need to be said on that. So I hope you enjoyed that, Scorpio. It's probably one of the quickest and the most flowing readings I've done today. It just seemed to flow lovely. Let me know how that resonates. Have a great week.